Perfect. Diana, can you please read?
Unit 10, going places.
Perfect. Liliana? Oh, she's still connecting. Perfect. Going places. Can you please read? Hello, Liliana.
Hi, teacher.
Let's begin with Unit 10. Can you please read the first line?
Excuse me?
Can you read the first line?
Yeah. In Unit 10, you talk about travel and vacations.
Thank you. Diana, the next one, please.
Learn more about reported speech and reported thoughts.
Liliana, next.
Draw conclusions from things people say.
Diana.
Use in what way to ask for details.
Very good. So that's what we'll see in Unit 10. And we'll start with Lesson 8, travel blog. What do you see in the pictures?
A passport.
Passport. What else?
A plane.
Plane. Yes.
A map.
A map, of course.
Boarding pass.
A boarding pass. Yes.
Camera, glasses, cell phone.
Earphones.
And one more. One more thing. What do you see?
Itinerary? No. What's?
A travel blog.
Travel?
A travel blog.
Blog. Travel blog.
Travel blog.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Abigail. How are you?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, teacher.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
It's okay. Guys, do you read travel blogs?
No, I don't.
Now, what about you, Diana? Diana. What about you, teacher Abigail? Do you read blogs?
I don't read blogs, but I watch video blogs.
Very
like,
good.
for example, Alan por el Mundo, that kind of stuff.
There you go. That's nice. Now, what do you see in the screen?
Landscapes.
Landscape, yes.
Landscapes.
What else? A city, right?
The most relevant of the city.
A city by the river. A bridge over a river going to the city.
A palace or church.
A castle or a palace.
Ah, castle. Yeah. Okay, castle.
A palace. I think a palace is, fits better. What places do you think have the best stories? What? Hello? Hi, Leslie. Can you guys hear me? Teacher Abigail, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I can hear you.
Yeah, all right. Leslie, can you hear me? Liliana, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, teacher.
Good. I think Leslie's microphone is not connected right. It appears on, but it's not moving. So Liliana, what places do you think have the best stories?
Places with rich culture.
Very nice. Now, with your books closed, please. Close your books. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Yes. With your books closed, tell me, what place do you think this is?
A big city like Mexico City.
Mexico City? All right. Leslie, what do you think? Nothing from Leslie yet. Leslie, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. Or actually, Liliana, can you hear Leslie?
No, teacher, I can.
Oh, so we can't hear Leslie.
No,
All
me
right,
neither. Maybe if she log out and log in again, maybe.
No,
work.
her microphone's not connecting quite yet. So she must
Yeah,
be
it looks
working with
like
it.
it's open.
It looks like it's open, but nothing is happening. So it's not
Yeah.
connected, right? All right. So what do you think, Liliana? You said Mexico City?
Yes, maybe it's Mexico City.
Maybe? It's actually
No, because
Bolivia.
there are mountain. No, no, no.
It's
No.
Bolivia.
Okay.
Now, this is Rob. And we're going to read his travel blog. Rob's Amazon travel blog. Can you guess what happened in Rob's trip? What can you,
Several adventures
yes, like what?
through Bolivia.
Tell me one. Just one.
Mm, visit all ancient places.
Ancient.
Ancient.
Ancient. Yes. Ancient
Ancient
places.
places.
Okay, very good. What
Yeah.
else? So I have an example for you. I think Rob saw an anaconda. He ate and continue, please. What do you think happened?
Typical food.
Typical
Typical
food.
food of Bolivia.
What else? Continue, please.
Climb the mountain.
There you are. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, teacher.
What did you say? He flew over the mountain? Hi, Diana.
Hi.
All right, so let's imagine what happened in Rob's trip. So Liliana said that he visited ancient places. What else, ladies? What do you think happened in Rob's trip?
He took a flight.
He took a flight. Very good. Do you have your book closed, Leslie?
Yes.
Very good. So he took a flight. What else? What more?
He visited
Meet native people.
Met native people.
Met
Native people.
native people.
Native people. Okay. He met native people. What else?
he visited different cities.
He visited different cities. All right. So we're going to check it out. Listen. Now you need to pay attention, okay? Listen and tell me what happened in Rob's trip. Are you ready?
Yes.
Rob's Amazon
Yes.
travel blog, days 21 and 22. Bolivia to Rurrenabaque via La Paz. The first views of La Paz were amazing. Impressive downtown buildings surrounded by vast suburbs climbing up breathtaking mountains. The trip was fascinating but tiring. I slept well that night. The next morning, I asked about travel to Rurrenabaque, gateway to the Amazon basin. The tour agent informed me that the last bus had left. She also said the trip would take an exhausting 18 hours or more by bus. A depressing thought, so I opted to fly despite the cost. I called the airport. They said all the flights that day were full. They told me there were seats on the 6 a.m. flight the next day, which meant getting up at 4 a.m. So I went to the airport the following morning. I was puzzled that only a handful of people were checking in, which was surprising, since Rurrenabaque is a popular destination. I soon discovered why. The check-in agent explained that the plane was just a 16-seater, a frightening prospect. Then she said there might be a delay because of bad weather, which wasn't very encouraging. In the end, the flight was on time, though I have to say it was pretty challenging. The pilot warned us that the landing would be really bumpy, and it was. Actually, it was terrifying. I was just happy to get there safely, and I felt much more relaxed in the evening. It was the start of my Amazon adventure.
There. So, ladies, please discuss. Ask and answer each other. What happened in Rob's trip?
We visit La Paz.
You visited La Paz? Can you type it on the screen or you want to type it on the chat? Hello? Oh, there you are. Thank you very much. You visited La Paz. What else? Continue, please.
He took a tour to the palace.
You took a tour through the palace. Can you type it on the screen, please?
Okay, teacher.
Liliana, are you working on a cell phone or on a computer?
In the computer, teacher.
You can text. You can
Okay.
choose to text. Okay, there you go. He took a tour to the palace. What else? Guys, what more? He missed the last bus. Okay, that's good. Continue. Please continue. Diana, you have nothing? Let me know if you're finished. I don't know if you are still working on something.
Yeah, so
That's all? All right, listen again and check.
Rob's Amazon travel blog, days 21 and 22. Bolivia to Rurrenabaque via La Paz. The first views of La Paz were amazing. Impressive downtown buildings, surrounded by vast suburbs, climbing up breathtaking mountains. The trip was fascinating but tiring. I slept well that night. The next morning, I asked about travel to Rurrenabaque, gateway to the Amazon basin. The tour agent informed me that the last bus had left. She also said the trip would take an exhausting 18 hours or more by bus. A depressing thought. So I opted to fly despite the cost. I called the airport. They said all the flights that day were full. They told me there were seats on the 6 a.m. flight the next day, which meant getting up at 4 a.m. So I went to the airport the following morning. I was puzzled that only a handful of people were checking in, which was surprising, since Rurrenabaque is a popular destination. I soon discovered why. The check-in agent explained that the plane was just a 16-seater, a frightening prospect. Then she said there might be a delay because of bad weather, which wasn't very encouraging. In the end, the flight was on time, though I have to say it was pretty challenging. The pilot warned us that the landing would be really bumpy, and it was. Actually, it was terrifying. I was just happy to get there safely, and I felt much more relaxed in the evening. It was the start of my Amazon adventure.
All right, ladies. One more time. What happened in Rob's trip?
He visited impressionant buildings.
He visited,
He saw or
he
visited
saw
impressionant buildings.
impressive buildings. Okay, what else?
He took a flight to Rurrenabaque.
To Rurrenabaque.
Yeah,
Do you say this in English or do you say it in Spanish?
in Spanish.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
a Spanish city, right?
Yeah,
Bolivia. Okay. What else happened?
he took a flight. What was terrifying?
Was terrifying. Okay. Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Listen and read at the same time. Okay, this is a story, but I need you to listen and read simultaneously at the same time.
The first views of La Paz were amazing. Impressive downtown buildings, surrounded by vast suburbs, climbing up breathtaking mountains. The trip was fascinating but tiring. I slept well that night. The next morning, I asked about travel to Rurrenabaque, gateway to the Amazon basin. The tour agent informed me that the last bus had left. She also said the trip would take an exhausting 18 hours or more by bus. A depressing thought. So I opted to fly despite the cost. I called the airport. They said all the flights that day were full. They told me there were seats on the 6 a.m. flight the next day, which meant getting up at 4 a.m. So I went to the airport the following morning. I was puzzled that only a handful of people were checking in, which was surprising, since Rurrenabaque is a popular destination. I soon discovered why. The check-in agent explained that the plane was just a 16-seater, a frightening prospect. Then she said there might be a delay because of bad weather, which wasn't very encouraging. In the end, the flight was on time, though I have to say it was pretty challenging. The pilot warned us that the landing would be really bumpy, and it was. Actually, it was terrifying. I was just happy to get there safely, and I felt much more relaxed in the evening. It was the start of my Amazon adventure.
Perfect. So let's take a look. The lady said he visited La Paz. Perfect. He visited La Paz. He took a tour to the palace. No palace, right? There's no palace there, right? And the last one is he missed the last bus. Yes, he missed the last bus. That's correct. So what happened in Rob Street? Let's go one by one. He viewed La Paz. I don't know, how can we say it? So the first views, he saw La Paz. He slept well that night. What else? He asked about a travel to Rurrenabaque. The last bus had left. What else? He called the airport, but all the flights that day were full. So he went to the airport the following morning. What else? The plane was just a 16-seater. There was bad weather. The flight was on time. The landing was really bumpy. But he was happy to get there safely. Perfect. That's what happened on Rob Street. Now, tell me, what do you think about Rob Street?
I think it was very weird.
Weird?
Yeah, weird.
Why?
How well he lost the bus and then he have to go to this flight who was really pregnant.
That was what?
Who was really pregnant.
Frightening. Uh-huh. Would you take a flight that was frightening? Guys?
Yeah.
Would you go into this airplane just for
No,
fun?
not really.
You would or you wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Diana, Liliana? Hello, mister.
Hi, teacher. Sorry, I'm late.
Okay. Now, answer the questions and underline the words in the block that give you the answers. But first, tell me, when do you remember Rob felt tired? When did Rob feel tired? Do you remember?
When he arrived to La Paz,
What about depressed? When did Rob feel depressed?
when he met his boss,
Okay. Surprised?
When she discovered that Urangan, that place is so visited.
Okay. And terrified?
when he was in the flight,
When he had a terrible land off.
Lando? Landing?
Land off the airplane land off.
Landing. Or let's check the story. Here is the story. Oh my gosh, who exited? Diana, Abigail, Eduardo. All right. This is the story and answer the questions and underline the words in the blog that give you the answers. When did Rob feel tired? Mark it, highlight it, please, so we can check it. Tell me, when did Rob feel tired? The trip. What trip? The trip to La Paz. Perfect. There you go. Next. When did Rob feel depressed? When she said the trip would take an exhausting 18 hours or more by bus. Perfect. When did Rob feel surprised? Very good. And terrified? Very nice. Make a chart like this of the adjectives involved in the blog. Add the other adjectives and verb forms. So we're going to see adjectives, amaze, something is amazing, and the verb is amaze. There are more. The first one we see here is amazing. Yes, and that one goes there. And of course, that's the other part. What's the next one? The next one would be impressive. But what is impressive? When something is, or when you feel? Or is it a verb? What is it? What's impressive? What?
A bird?
It's a verb? Is it correct to say I impressive? I impressive you. Is that correct?
No.
Oh, oh. So it's not a
It's
verb.
what you feel. No,
What?
it's something what you feel.
When you feel. Yeah? When you feel. So I am impressive or I feel impressive. Is that correct? No, you don't know?
It's an adjective for the things.
But where does it go, Liliana? Does it go on the first section or the second section?
The second section.
When something is, let's check it out. So yes, impressive. And when something is impressive, you feel impressed. And the verb is impress. Continue, guys. Page 106. Open your books and complete the chart. There are 10 more words to complete this. Let's give you 3 minutes to complete this, okay? Guys? Okay,
Yes.
3 minutes. Please compare your answers with your classmates.
And the next word, fascinating. Fascinated for people, fascinating for something, and the verb fascinate. What do you think?
Yeah, Harry.
What do you have in you feel in the
Fas-
present? What do you have?
Fascinating.
Fas-
Okay. Okay.
Excited. Exciting. Tired.
Tired, tiring, and tired.
Tired, tiring, tired. Okay. Exhausted, exhausting, exhaust.
Yes,
Yes.
angry.
The next one, depressed, depressing, and depressed.
Okay. The next one, puzzle, puzzling, puzzle. What do you
Okay.
think?
I'm agree with you. The next one, surprising, surprising, and surprise.
Okay. The next one, frightening, fright.
Yes, I agree with you.
Next one, who want to say the next one? Encourage.
Encouraging,
Eh,
encouraging, and encourage.
encouraging. Encourage. Okay. Encourage. Okay.
Can you say this?
The next one, challenged, challenging, challenge.
Yes. The next one, terrified, terrifying, and terrified.
Okay.
And the last one, relaxing, relaxing, and relax.
Okay.
Finished?
Yes, teacher.
All right, so after impressed, impressive, and impress, what's the next adjective?
Fascinated. Fascinating. Fascinating.
Fascinated,
The next adjective,
fascinating, and fascinated. And the next one, what's next?
fascinated, fascinating, fascinate.
I know, that's the next one. What follows?
Um, tired, tiding, and tired.
Very, yes, that is correct. Next,
Exhausted, exhausting, exhaust.
yes, very good. Next,
Depressive. Depressing. Depressed.
depressed,
Depressed.
depressed, depressing, depressed. Next,
Puzzled, puzzling, puzzle.
very good. Next,
Surprise. Surprising. Surprise.
Good. What's next?
Frightened, frightening, frightening, fright.
Frightened, frightening, and frightened. Next. Eduardo, what do you
Thank
have
you.
next?
I'm sorry.
Eduardo is here? No, he's not here.
Yeah, yes, I'm here, but I didn't because my internet is not working.
Oh, that's too bad, mister. So who has the next one?
Encouraged, encouraging, encouraged.
Very good. Diana, what's next?
Challenged, challenging, and challenge.
Good. Leslie, what's next? Leslie. Okay, who has the next one?
Terrified, terrifying, terrified.
And the last one?
Relaxed, relaxing, and relaxed.
Very nice. Now, vocabulary notebook, page 115 will be homework.
Can you repeat the page, please?
115.
Thank you, teacher.
Ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now, talk about travel experiences you've had. Take turns using words from your charts. So talk to your classmates, talk to a friend, and talk about an experience you've had. For example, what happened? Can you imagine what
A
happened?
tornado. So, a plane is flying and tornado is happening.
A plane is flying through a tornado, huh? So the example is, can you read, Diana, please?
I flew in bad weather once. It was pretty frightening. Actually, I was terrified.
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 Can you imagine?
Yes.
Did you believe her that she was
Yes,
terrified?
it was.
Now talk about you. Talk about travel experiences you've had. They could be good or bad, but use these, try to use these words. Impressed, impressive, fascinated, fascinating, tired, tiring, exhausted, depressed, puzzled, surprised, frightened, encouraged, challenged, terrified, or relaxed. Go ahead, talk to your classmates. Let's begin with Diana, please. Diana, number one.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Eduardo?
My experience about
Yes.
travel?
Yes.
No, I haven't traveled yet.
Okay. Leslie? Nothing?
No, nothing.
No? What about
Me,
Liliana?
me.
Yes, go ahead, Liliana.
Me. I wrote my experience. I want to read. Once I traveled to Morelia with my family, and and we want to go to Guanajuato, but the bus left Because of the summer schedule change, we were depressed.
Mhm. Oh, okay. That's it. Yeah, it's good. Thank you very much, Liliana. So the schedule changed and the bus left.
Yes, the summer schedule change.
Changed. Did you recover your money or did you get new tickets?
No, we lost the money,
Oh, that's too
and
bad.
we had to take another bus.
And pay again?
Yes,
Oh my goodness. Was that a lot of money? I bet that was upsetting. All right, now let's continue with the story, with the lesson, reporting what people say. Read the things below that people said to Rob. Write how he reports them in his blog. How are the reports different from the words that people actually used? So he said that the lady said, there are seats on the 6 a.m. flight tomorrow. And the captain said that there might be a delay. How did he say this in his blog? Do you remember? The story is right here. Let's find it. Where is it?
he had to get up at 4
No, no.
a.m.
We're talking about this. Yes, Diana, continue, please. So type it, please. Type it in the area number 1.
Okay.
Diana, are you typing?
Yes.
I can't see it.
Let me.
Leslie, very good. Can you type it on the screen, please? On the space
Yes.
number 2, please. Thank you.
I finished.
There, yes, very good, Diana. Thank you. Now we're waiting for Leslie to type sentence number 2. Are you typing, Leslie? There, thank you very much, Leslie. Then she said there might be a delay because of bad weather. Now, what's the difference between the two sentences?
One sentence start with told, with the phrase, introduction phrase with told, and the other said.
They report cost.
Can you repeat that, please? I
They
didn't catch.
they say the things in past.
Yes. In this example number 1, What's the time tense? There are seats. What is that? What is the
The tense
time
is in
tense?
present.
Present of what?
Present tense. Simple present.
Simple? Nope, it's not simple present. No, it's present of be. Present of be. And in the reported speech, what time tense is it? Is it present of be too?
Past of
Past.
be.
Actually, we have two separate places, right? They told me, which is simple past, and there were seats, that is present, past of be. Past of be, there you go. And on the other side, on the other sentence, example number 2, there might be a delay. What tense is that?
Or models.
Yes,
Models.
model. And what is that? How is it here on the other side, on the reported speech?
Past model.
No, it's not past model. The model changed, right? It changed from may to might, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we have are reported speech statements. When you report things people said in the past, the verb tense often shifts back. Can you read this, Liliana?
The plane's just a 16-seater. The agent explained that the plane was just a 16-seater.
Good. This word is agent.
The last bus has left. She informed me that the last bus had left.
Good. So what is this reported speech? Is when you talk to your friend about what somebody said to you in the past. Yes, so this is what the lady said. Okay. And then you just repeat everything back to your friends. Oh my gosh. So when you report what people said, the tense changes a little bit. Now let's check the change of the tense. When you have a present simple sentence, she always wears a coat. So when you report a speech, when you repeat the information to another person in a later moment, you say it, you report it in simple past. So she always wears a coat, changes to, he said that she always wore a coat. In the present continuous. I am looking for my keys, changes to, she was looking for. Next, she has written, changes to, had written. Gave me, changes to, had given. Will, I will, changes to, would. Can changes to could. May changes to might. Next, and the last one, must changes to had to. They say might is must. Must changes to had to. So that's when we report the speech, when we report the message or we repeat the message from one friend to a different friend in another time. So let's take a look at more examples. Reported speech.
Teacher,
Yes.
all tenses change their past tense, but the different except past tense change to past perfect, and
Yes.
the last one
And the last one
must
what?
change to had to.
Yes. It moves back, okay? So let's take a look at more examples.
Okay, thank you.
I will call you tomorrow. So what does will changes to? Remember?
Good.
Would. So how does
I
she
would.
report the speech?
He says
He
that I
says
would
no.
call you tomorrow.
He says in present? No. He said.
He said.
He
He
said
said
that he
I would call you tomorrow. He called.
no.
Okay. He would call.
He said that he would call. You are
Change
reporting a speech. You are not quoting.
the pronoun too.
You are not quoting. You are reporting. It's different. Look, I'm gonna change this. Quote. Quotation mark. I will call you. Okay. Report. He said he would call. Now, do I say you? Is that correct, you? Is that correct? Yes, it changes to me. There. Okay, that's the difference between quote and report. Yes, Liliana?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Yes. Do you notice the difference? What's the difference?
He is repeat something that other person said and change the pronouns.
In the quote, in the quotation, you use quotation marks. And in the report, you explain he or she said. Yes?
Okay, teacher.
So let's go for the next example. I love you. What is the report? Diana, what's the report?
He said
Yes,
he loved me.
he said he loved me. And look how this is simple present. And the simple present changed to simple past. Next example. Diana, can you read, please?
I can go.
What is the reported speech?
He said he couldn't go.
Perfect. He said he couldn't go. Good. Leslie, next, please.
He said he was exercising.
Yes, he said he was exercising. Very good. Eduardo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Next, please.
He said he had traveled a lot.
He said he had traveled a lot. Very good. Next one, Liliana, please.
He said he he had forgotten to call me.
Very good. That's excellent. So the modal verbs change in reported speech to can, changes to could, will to would, may to might, and must to had to. There might be a delay. She said that there might, I'm sorry, I mispronounced this. There may be a delay. She said that there might be a delay. Let's take more examples. Can you read, please, Leslie?
All or only the example.
The example.
I can go to the party. I'll take a friend. I may be a little late because I must ask my father first.
All right, guys. So what's the reported speech for the first one?
He said he couldn't go to the party.
Couldn't?
Could.
Could.
Oh, that's right, good. I thought it was in negative.
He could go to the party. The next one?
He said he I he oh
He would.
He would what?
want oh good.
He said he
Okay.
would take a friend.
He said he
That-
would take a friend.
A friend. That's good. Next one, Diana.
I may be a little late
No.
because.
No.
Oh yes. He said he might be a little late.
Yeah, he might be a little late. And Leslie, the last one, please.
We almost what you use
Can you repeat, please?
when you have most what you Yes.
Read instructions, please.
have to.
Yes.
I he said he have to ask his father first.
Perfect. Now, Leslie, can you let's do this. Liliana, please do me a favor and read the first text, the first message, please, completely.
I can go to the party. I'll take a friend. I may be a little late because I must ask my father first.
Good. Leslie, now you read the reported speech, please. Completely.
He said he could go to the party, that he will take a friend, and that he might be a little late because he has to ask his father first.
There you go. Perfect. What do you think about this friend? What do you think about this friend? He is going to take a friend. He's going to be late and he has to ask his father first. Is this a good friend?
Yes, I think.
Yes.
Very good. These modal verbs don't change. Okay, they are already there. They don't change. They stay the same. Could, should, would, might, used to. An example, I could bring something to eat. He said, guys,
He said he could bring something to eat.
perfect. He said he could bring something to it. It doesn't change. It's the same with should, would, might, and used to. But the time expressions, they change. Okay, so if the person says the flights are full today, in the reported speech he said the flights were full that day. So we have the first changes. The first is are changes to were. And then today changes to that day. And tomorrow, what does it change to tomorrow?
The next day.
The next day. So that's how they change. So let's check out the examples. Tonight, what is tonight?
That
This
night.
night.
That night. He said that night. What about 2 days ago? No ideas? Let me show you. 2 days before. There. One more. Last Friday.
Before Friday.
No. The previous Friday. Do you want to make your notes? Take your notes, please. Should we continue? Or are you taking notes?
I took picture.
You took a picture. What about you guys? Leslie, Diana, and Eduardo?
Yeah, I took a picture.
Do I take a
All right.
picture?
Now, common errors. And now this is very typical, guys. When we use an indirect object after tell, but not after explain or say. He told me the flight was full. But he explained, said the flight was full. So with these verbs, explain and said, we don't use an object or actually an indirect object. So no me. Me is only with the verb told. Only. He told me the flight was full. But if you say explain or said, you don't say me. Because if you use that indirect object, it would be incorrect. So let's take a look at the example right here. What does the lady say, Diana?
I like Peter.
I like Peter. What do you think is the report of the speech? With said. Let's use said. Report of the speech is
She said she liked Peter.
but that's Peter. That's Peter.
Oh, so it could be she told me.
No, let's use said. We're
Okay.
using said.
She said she's in
She
love with you.
No, she didn't use the verb love. She
she
used
said you liked her.
no, no, no.
She likes you.
Complete sentence, please.
She said that she likes you.
Yes, you're close. First thing is we're using the verb said. She said, and then the verb like moves to simple past. She liked you. Okay. Repeat, guys. Now, let's use the other verb. Now we're going to use the verb told. So, if she says, I like Peter. Oh my gosh, what happened? What is the report of the speech?
She told me that she liked you.
Yeah, she told me she liked you. There you go. Okay. Now let's make some exercises. What's the name of this person?
Kelly.
That's Kelly. And Kelly made how many comments?
10.
10 comments, right? So let's report a speech. Number 1, Kelly, my kids are at home. So Kelly
Said her kids were at home.
perfect, that her kids were at home. Yes? Now, number 2. What's number 2?
Kelly said that she couldn't go to work.
Perfect, Diana. Good job. She couldn't go to work. Leslie, number 3.
Kelly said she
Said.
didn't know.
Kelly said.
Kelly
Said.
said she didn't know the answer.
She didn't know the answer. Perfect. Let me see. Is Eduardo here? Yeah, Eduardo, number 4, please. I guess he's not connected correct. Liliana, number 4, please.
Kelly said that he had some free time.
Very good. She had some free time. Diana, number 5.
Kelly said that she was late for class.
Yes, very good. Leslie, number 6.
Kelly said she wanted to eat lunch.
Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Eduardo, number 7, please. No, no, not yet, Eduardo. Liliana, number 7, please.
Kelly said that she didn't feel well.
Good, good. Diana, number 8.
Kelly said that Sam felt hungry.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Leslie, number 9.
Kelly said the pants were blue.
Perfect. Eduardo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Number 10, please.
He said that you were right.
Nope, that's not correct. No. One more time.
No, I don't know.
No. Liliana, Leslie, Diana, somebody?
Kelly said that you were right.
Nope. No.
Kelly said that I was right.
Perfect. I was right. Yes, guys?
Yes, yes, I get it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Perfect. Now, let's go back to the story. Rob's travel trip. In Rurrenabaque, Rob met up with Conrad, who had been there before. Complete the reported speech from the rest of Rob's blog and add me where necessary. Look, you have to think about when you need to say me. So please go ahead and do it in your notebooks. This is in your book. Do it in your notebooks. You have 3 minutes to complete this, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Begin, please. Or actually, let's do number 1 together. Let's do number one. Number one says, look, we have a quotation mark. So somebody said this. We can take a boat trip on the Benny River tomorrow. Who said this, guys?
Brooke,
Conrad.
Conrad said,
Conrad said. So I write in number one. Conrad said. What did he say?
they could take a boat trip
They could take a boat trip. Continue.
on the Benny River yesterday. Tomorrow.
On the Benny River.
Tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow.
No, no.
The next day.
The next day. Perfect. So I'm going to erase this. And notice that is optional. You can say that or you can leave it out. It's not obligatory. There, so that's number one. Now continue with number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, please. Again, you have 3 minutes.